Hey guys, so I just got back from the theater from seeing another double feature, but the last one for the weekend. Thank God. I've had Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. It's Sunday right now, so yeah, I finally got 3 days off, and I'm at the theater all fucking day on pretty much 2 out of the 3. That's my life. That's my life in a fucking nutshell, basically. I spend my life in the movie theaters more than I do probably at home. Probably, I don't know. Um, but the first movie I saw was the Banshees of Inisherin. Uh, Inisherin, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I always have trouble saying that fucking. If I'm butchering that name, I apologize. Uh, so this is a movie I was looking forward to a lot, along with like the Fablemans. Watching like this, the Fablemans, and probably the Whale. I was looking forward to seeing a lot, especially like I said, because this one in particular, because I'm a big fan of Martin McDonagh, the director of this movie, writer director of this movie, who he's made In Bruges. Seven Psychopaths, Free Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Now this, and his previous Free movies I fucking loved. The Free Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri was my favorite movie of 2017. I honestly thought it should have won Best Picture. It was a really goddamn good movie. Uh, that movie was it's sometimes a hard movie to sit through, but it featured probably one of the best. Frances McDormand's probably best performance of her career. That's saying something, I thought. She's a great actress, but it was such a good movie, and I was sold on this because it's reuniting Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell from In Bruges, and it's been a while since I've seen In Bruges, and it's been a while since I've seen Seven Psychopaths. I've seen Free Billboards in recent years, but I haven't seen those other two in a while. It's been a while, but I remember liking both of them really fucking well. Um, but I remember Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson had great chemistry. And I never got a trailer for this when I was going to the movies, and I finally watched the trailer and I thought it was fucking hilarious. It looked like something that Martin McDonagh would fucking make. This is his kind of movie, but it's like set in Ireland instead of America, which is different. In Bruges was not in America. Obviously, it was in Bruges, hence the title. Uh, but like his last two movies took place in America. This one's taking place in Ireland, and they're all Irish. Obviously, the name Martin McDonagh, duh, and Colin Farrell, all Irishmen, and yeah, I was looking forward to this, and yeah, it's really fucking good. Honestly, I don't know how I'd rank these as far as like where this goes as far as like all his rest of his movies. I still think Free Billboards is the best one, but this is pretty fucking good. It is funny because I was walking out when I was walking out of the theater. I was there was a old couple behind me, and they were not a big fan of this movie. Um, and I was kind of the opposite. Yeah, the movie could be. I can understand some of their complaints. I'll get in that in a second, but uh, it's I. It is the kind of movie I expected from him because it's knowing his style of movie. I kind of knew what I was getting into, and so I wasn't shocked. And I was also very goddamn entertained for about most of it. Um, Colin Farrell and like Brendan Gleeson have amazing chemistry together. I love this fucking story of this Brendan Gleeson being this dude who just is tired of dealing with Colin Farrell. They've been friends for like lifelong friends, and for some fucking reason, Brendan Gleeson one day just said, "I'm tired of your shit, dude." Even though Colin Farrell's like kind of almost, I want to say, simple-minded. He's he's the harmless dude. They call him boring. He basically his biggest problem is he's kind of boring. He lives with his donkey, his sister and his donkey. I'm not making that up. And like Brendan Gleeson just realizes like he's life has pretty much passed him by, and he's like he likes to play the fiddle and he likes to make music, with the fiddle, and he's realizing life is passing him by, and he has no more time for just petty conversations that you would have with Colin Farrell, and he just doesn't want to talk to him or see him anymore, and it just froze like Colin Farrell. Poor Colin Farrell's like world in a whole uproar, and like I've been there. I've had friendships. Actually, ironically, I saw somebody at the theater right before I saw this that was kind of a friend uh, that had a big falling out, and I've been there. We've all been there. We've had friendships for some reason or another just fucking just blows up and goes like, and it you don't know what the fuck happened. I've had that happen. Not as much as this movie, as extreme as this movie, but also I'll clarify that. But yeah, I've been there, and like it's kind of heartbreaking, heart wrenching. And this movie is it's funny as hell. Like the dialogue is funny as hell. It is really funny. Like the barbs going back and forth at each other is pretty fucking funny. And I just love these two. They easily carry this fucking movie. And it's the rest of the cast is really good too. I know his sister's got nominated. I liked her. She had some funny fucking moments too. What's that guy Barry? I forgot his last name. The guy who plays like almost the simpleton, the son of the sheriff. They all live on this island in Ireland. Uh, Off of Ireland and off of the mainland while there's an Irish Civil War going on. Yeah, that was something that was like, that's a little on the nose movie. There's an Irish Civil War going on, and you have a Civil War of two best friends going on at the same time, and they pretty much mirror each other, what's going on. I was like, subtle movie. Really subtle. I've heard some people complain about that. I kind of agree. It was like, that was like, I mean, it's something that's not. You all you ever see is the Irish Civil War is like just explosions going on in the background, like the mainland, and that's about it. Um, it's like I don't like didn't need that to be in there, but whatever. I mean, I guess to be an analogy or like kind of mirror this Irish Civil War of what's going on in this island between two best friends. Movie's really fucking well made. Holy shit, it's well shot. Like, it's a beautiful movie, dude. Like, really beautiful shots in this movie. This movie, I could kind of see why the couple, I gathered why the couple didn't like this movie. And I kind of get what they're saying. The best way for me to describe this movie is the only is basically it's holy shit, the way that, I think that, like, honestly, a tagline should be for this movie, or a subtitle for this movie should be holy shit, that escalated quickly. Because that is basically what happens throughout this movie, where there's just two characters that are like Brendan Gleeson and Colin Farrell are just, particularly Brendan Gleeson, there's no trying to talk with this guy because he's literally doesn't want to talk to Colin Farrell, to the point he starts to cut fingers off every time Colin Farrell, he tells him, I will cut my fingers off every time you speak to me. And Colin Farrell doesn't believe him, and then he fucking cuts a finger off and throws it at his door. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it really gets really dark, really fucking quick at the very end. Like, holy shit! Like, I think that was why the people behind me didn't like that. It's like, wow, like this really petty argument really just gets really extreme really fucking quickly. It's a little absurd. It is, but I did enjoy it. I was like, wow, where the fuck? Like, it made me kind of go, where is this going with this movie? I kind of like that. Like, I had all these dark thoughts of how this movie was going to end, and I thought something really, really dark was about to happen at the very end, but it didn't. But there is still some dark, really dark things that happen by the end of the movie. Without getting the spoilers, I'm like, wow, that fucking really escalated quickly. And the small island, I mean, it's supposed to. I guess this small island, shit like this could escalate quickly. I don't know. God damn, like, fuck, man, it is insane, like how quickly, and like it's heartbreaking and it's like also depressing as shit. Like between this, The Whale, and Living, god damn it, every movie I saw this weekend, almost other than The Fablemans, was really fucking depressing, and I wanted to slip my wrist every time after I watched each one of those movies. So I'm like, damn movie. Um, I liked the movie a lot. I liked if there is one other thing, I don't know if I know it. This sounds like this might sound like really ignorant because I'm American, coming from me who's an American to say this. Uh, I don't know if anybody else had this problem, but there are some times throughout the movie, as this is a very Irish movie, very very Irish. They have very obviously Colin Farrell and a lot of these actors have very thick accents, and there's a lot of times I went, "The fuck are they? Did they just say?" For the most part, I had no problem, but there are times I'm like, "What the hell did he just say?" like I'm like, and there's like slang for Irish slang that like I probably went over my head. Uh, but yeah, like or I did laugh like whenever they were talking about cigarettes and they call them fags. That's what they're called, people. Don't yell at me. That's what they're called. They're called fags. Cigarettes are called fags. They're not called what They're here. They don't have the same meaning that they do in America. Um, But yeah, I recommend this movie. It was a lot of fun. If you've seen Martin McDonagh movies, yeah, I could have watched this on HBO Max. It's on HBO Max, but I wanted to see this in a theater. I thought I wouldn't have no other choice but to see it on HBO Max. But then it came to my theater, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go see it. Definitely gonna watch it. I was planning to watch it regardless. I really highly recommend it. I had a lot of fun watching that movie. Uh, yeah, I have one more review to do. Until then, I'll talk to you guys later.